brother. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Now, you got too much dip on your chip.
So I was going through TikTok and I heard that they're going to start jumping Southern women because we voted red. Not real sure that that's a great idea. Let me show you these leggings that I have. These are called Lethal leggings, and they have a little spot for your tool. So I was just sitting here and I was going to do a makeup video. Oh, that's not my eyeshadow brush. Yeah. So that's what they said. They were going to start jumping the Southern women because that's not my brush, because we voted for Trump. You might want to rethink that. Oh, that's not my lipstick. It might not work out well for you.
And it all stemmed from this past weekend in San Diego with my Fox crew. 2 days in San Diego with the Navy SEALs and with all the other sailors there. And then a 2-hour show praising the military and all that they've done for us, celebrating Veterans Day. And we had our national anthem. I didn't have my hand over my chest. Everyone thought he's protesting. He's making a statement, which is so far from the truth. I have nothing to protest. I have no statement to be made. The only statement that should be made and that I want to make is I love the military. I've always loved the military, and I will always love the military. I do so many programs to help veterans and soldiers. I grew up on a military base with a father who's a major in the Army. My brother, my sister, my cousins, they all served in the military. I'm a military brat. And so the fact of somebody saying that, I'm unpatriotic couldn't be any further from the truth.
A week ago, my lawyer back home called me up and said 2 of your tweets are technically illegal. You could be arrested when you return. That's not a joke. They've been clearing out the prisons to put in people now for literally Facebook memes. There's someone in prison right now. They cleared out the prisons, by the way, and actual offenders, criminal, violent offenders. One person reoffended the day he left. There's one guy in prison for a Facebook meme for 3 months. There's one woman who's doing 2.5 years for a tweet, right? The free speech is in utter peril. It's a disgrace. It's not just England. It's the whole of Europe. It's unbelievably concerning.
Hey, y'all. What I learned after having 2 strokes and 1 heart attack is that rest is truly the flex in life. It's rest over resilience. Listen, we live in a world that celebrates hustle and grind culture and resilience until you break down. And that's not a flex. That's not a flex at all. Rest is not a reward. It's a right. It's something that you need to do, right? It's not a privilege. A lot of times we are scared to take pauses because we feel like we're going to be falling behind. But no, when you rest, you are truly investing in your future self, y'all. The most courageous thing you can do for your body is take a pause. Listen, when you rest, it's about reconnecting, realigning, refocusing, and rebuilding your body. Listen, we need to normalize just laying down somewhere. Normalize to say, I can't do it today. I won't do it today. Put yourself first by any means necessary. It depends on you. Okay? Your body depends on you to treat it right. Now y'all go get you some rest.
Just so rude. Everyone is so rude. I hate it. Okay? Not a single word, the whole interaction. And they didn't even give you your chips. They had 3 things to put in the bag. I just cut in front of that guy.
Alright, what happened?
Forgot chips and cheese.
Oh, okay. Okay, for future references next time, did you stop at the box?
No, because I didn't want to wait in line a second time.
Yeah, well, next time you have to wait in line.
Yep. Okay, sure. Okay, yep.
Say
That I was supposed to stop at the box. That next time they forget I should stop at the box. because there's going to be a next time. The talking box back there where you order your food. I went around that guy, and now it's going to take 20 minutes to get chips. Just everyone is so rude. I hate it. Go to Taco Bell, order your food. They forget you only got 3 things.
More human remains from the 1985 MOVE bombing in Philadelphia have been found at Penn Museum. The museum says the remains match records of 12-year-old Delisha Africa. She was one of 5 children and 6 adults killed when Philadelphia police bombed the MOVE organization's headquarters, which caused a fire that spread to dozens of row homes in Cobbs Creek. The Penn Museum says it has been taking inventory of its collection since other remains from the MOVE bombing were discovered several years ago. Lawyers for the Africa family issued this statement saying, in part, for nearly 40 years, the city of Philadelphia, the University of Pennsylvania, and the Penn Museum have refused to treat the MOVE bombing victims or their families with even the most basic level of respect and decency. And this latest revelation is just the most recent in a long line of atrocities Black folks in America have had to live with. We are disgusted and disappointed, but unfortunately, we are not surprised. The damage Penn has done is absolutely appalling and unforgivable. It's time they did the right thing so these children can finally rest in peace.
And this is when everything circles back around. It wasn't that long ago that Asian Americans and many others stated that affirmative action was a bad thing. And clearly, Black people who are undeserving at being at a lot of these colleges were only there because of affirmative action. And because of affirmative action, it also allowed Black people to take other people's seats that were more deserving. So since the Asian Americans voted for it, wanted to get rid of it, agreed with it, eradicated it, now they are suffering and understanding that they were also some of the ones, I guess, that were undeserving of a lot of those seats that they mentioned. Most interesting thing is only one group of Americans that refuse to forgive Michael Strahan. Black Americans are not a part of that group, and I'm not talking about the small variables that are ultra conservative, and I'm not talking about none of them. The overall majority of Black Americans do not care about this topic and this issue to the point of trying to get Michael Strahan fired for no reason. A lot of these people who have an outcry, who have a problem with Michael Strahan, are the same exact ones who pass over and walk over veterans on an everyday basis when they're out there on the streets, where they're homeless, where they don't have any type of shelter, any type of food. They don't have any necessities of which we have every single day. The same necessities that we take for granted. A lot of these quote unquote Americans that care about the veterans are the same ones that vote for political officials that also don't care about the veterans. These are the exact same people who do nothing when it deals with the VA and how it is that the vets get treated there, how it is that they get lack of care, lack of health care. This is also the same exact area where there's so much lack of oversight, where money is being mismanaged, misspent, and thrown into other areas, but given to the people who actually need it. It's crazy. It's nonsensical. And I promise you that more than likely, Michael Strahan, with the money that he has done more for the veterans than any of these people who are complaining about him. The craziest part about this is that I want to know who Carolyn Bryant II is specifically talking about, because she wanted to show off a few different types of ammunition. She wanted to show this type of holster that she had, and she wanted to list that, oh, that would be a bad idea, got it. What specific group are you speaking to? Who specifically are you talking about stated that they were going to jump Southern women because they voted red? Really? You really think it's that deep? It's not. You're just trying to make yourself more important than realistically what you are. This is of no importance. And I know that you can't be talking about Black women when you're referring to jumping and all of this stuff. Again, I would love it if people were more specific and very direct in who it is that they are actually speaking to. Whenever it comes to women like this, who look like this, they are never direct. They want to speak around in circles. They want to speak very loudly. boastfully with a lot of pride, a lot of ego, but they will never be direct. Even if the person that they're speaking about is directly in front of them, they'll speak around that person. They'll speak through the person, but never directly to the person. This is why this is so problematic. And this is, again, how you've had a lot of instances of women like her stating things historically, which never existed, only to lead up and to cause problems with other groups of people just because she's bored. She wants to be deemed important. She wants some type of attention, some type of celebrity. And this is what this video is. This is what confuses me the most, how white people will get directly on these shows or on social media, and they will be amazed and shocked and awed by the fact that governments are taking certain liberties, or they're making certain rules, laws, and regulations, which again make no sense, and it's going against the people. And then the people want to act amazed that this is happening. They're just shocked, like, why would you ever do something like this? You're shocked and amazed because these people are reflective and they look just like you. You felt that if you put yourself in power, then by comparison or within proximity, they're going to do for you what you would do for yourself. But you're slowly but surely finding out that they don't care about you. You put the worst of you in power. You didn't put the best. So because of that, now you have to suffer the consequences. The same consequences that everybody else has already been suffering. I want to say this, and I hope that this doesn't become an epidemic when it deals with Black women. But due to the fact of so many women out here in modern society wanting to take up the mantle of king and queen, they don't understand the fact that once you overwork yourself and you do more than what you should be doing, things are going to take place. It's a little bit weird for me to hear of a woman suffering from all of these medical complications. This is something that primarily and normally I would hear men suffer from. Why? Because normally men will take on the heaviest burden. Men will do the utmost work, the strenuous work, the work that will break down your body over time. Again, this is work that women are not supposed to do. Women are not normally the ones that are supposed to be heavily stressed, heavily overburdened. Again, that's for men to shoulder and to take on, because women were not built to do that. This is why they always state that women live the longest. Men have shorter lives. In order for men to have shorter lives and not longer lives, somebody has to take on the heavy burden. Somebody has to do the heavy lifting. And with that is going to come complications that we as men suffer over time as we get older. So again, using this woman as an example, hopefully Black women out here will learn and understand that there are certain things that you are supposed to do and certain things that you're not supposed to do. This is not Black men trying to gatekeep certain things because we don't want y'all all over the place. This is simply the fact of men understanding and being smart and stating that, hey, there are way more easier jobs and easier things for you to do, so you don't have to stress out. You don't have to tax and overwork your body, versus the stuff that we do on an everyday basis that we know what the end result is going to be. So as I've done with many other videos, I want to give a shout out to those who work in customer service. Doesn't matter if it's fast food, wherever it is that you have to do or deal with ordinary people, shout out to you. Thank you. Because without you, we wouldn't be able to do the things that we do every single day. And again, the woman wanted to speak on how the representatives for Taco Bell that were working the drive-thru were a problem because they didn't say hi, they didn't give a greeting. And what she forgot or did a lack of acknowledgement about is the fact that she didn't give one either. Normally it's reciprocation. If one person does it, then the other person is going to respond the exact same way. Automatically, before she pulled up, she already had an attitude. That was already apparent to every single viewer there. So then she put her glasses directly on, went through the drive-thru, proceeded to roll down her window. She didn't say anything. The other person did not respond. Was no reciprocation. So the same energy that she gave, that was the same energy that the worker also gave. But she did receive her food. After that, she had more of an attitude because she said that, look at this, they didn't say anything and they still got the order wrong. So let me just roll back through here because they forgot the chips. She rolled back through. again, and she cut through the line, which she was not supposed to do, interrupting somebody else's place in line and their order, just so that she can get what it is that she needed. Now, note, she could have went directly inside of the Taco Bell and explained that, hey, my chips were forgotten. I was wondering if you guys could give me that. She opted not to do that. She didn't want to do that. She wanted to be selfish and cut directly in front of others because that's the type of individual that she is. And she went directly up there. The guy responded because, again, she was rude to the other customers and no reciprocation in the type of energy of being positive, and she got the exact same response. So realistically, at the end of the day, folks, she is the problem. She's mad at herself. She's mad at the lack of positive energy that she initially has. She's waiting for other people to fill her up with positive energy versus her initially starting off with that positive energy and giving that off for free. I have an understanding that there are a lot of individuals that are not from the United States that may have come to the United States at a certain given point in time. This is more specifically to those who are melanated. It doesn't matter if you came from Africa, Jamaica, the Bahamas, where have you. It doesn't matter where you came from. Just know that this video, this portion, is directly for you. We've had conversations time and time again when it is dealt with America, how some of you guys want to come through and state that Black Americans are lazy, how we don't look at the opportunities that we have, and yada, yada. What you guys fail to realize because of the lack of history and the lack of acknowledgement for that history is that these are some of the things that Black Americans have had to face, where we've literally had our kids, we've had our families, we've had our neighborhoods erased, all just so that we can just thrive, survive, just so that we can be equal in this unequal society. But yet, because you guys come here with no type of history, you guys come here with a clean slate, you guys are coming here with rose sun-colored glasses on, this is why you don't see any of this. Because again, the same people who brought you here and allowed you to be here are not going to teach you the history of how it is that they've treated and what it is that they've done historically to Black Americans. But just like the many others, you too will be made to understand when it's meant for you to understand. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.